You're up.
You're on.
From Mount Baker, number 44, Emily Hills. Number 30.
You're on. Start
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Hansen here, live from Mike Martin Gym for the 1A, 2A State All-Star Girls Basketball. It's dark in here. We're introducing the starting lineups and actually the whole lineups, a la Sundome style, if you will. And we're going through the 2A squad right now.
Number 3, also from Montesano, Miranda Block. Berlin Christian. Number 34.
Number 34 is Sarah Dugan from Linden Christian.
Kings High School, Savannah Hansen.
Number 12 from Savannah Hansen from Kings High School.
All-Stars, number 43 from Cascade Christian, Savannah Hunter.
Number 43, Savannah Hunter from Cascade Christian.
Coached by Julie Grant from Montesano High School. She's assisted by Jim Peete from Lakeside
And coaches are going to be Julie Grant from Montesano, and the assistant coach is the Lakeside High School coach. And here's the 2A All-Stars.
Number 6 from White River, Amanda Lance.
Number 6 is Amanda Lance from White River.
Ashley Coons.
Ashley Coons is Mark Morris, 5'7" senior.
From Mark Morris,
Carly Eaton from Mark Morris, 5'9". She's going to be going to UC Davis. Her sister, Courtney Eaton, also 5'9". She's going to go to UC Davis. Lexi Carpenter is East Valley. She's 5'10", number 1. Olivia Williams from Olympic. She's 5'6". Rebecca Bow, North Kitsap. She's 5'9", number 15. Taylor Vidovic from Blaine. She's a 5'11" senior. Tiana Parker, WF West, 6'3", number 2. And the last is going to be Zakara Rice, and she's Clover Park. She, I believe, is going to Gonzaga. Yes, Gonzaga University. She can jump out of the gym, folks. Very athletic. Saw her in some AAU action over the last couple of years. She plays for Northwest Magic. And it'll take us a little while to get used to these lineups. Packed house over here at Kings. And we're going to go ahead and break now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime 2015.
Brian, welcome back.
Thanks, Scott.
I saw you over there with the 2A girls doing some intel. What did you find out?
Well, actually, I had to go over there and do a little work on the spotlight.
Okay.
It was our desire today to showcase all the girls just like they do at State.
Yes,
So some of the kids who didn't get a chance to play over there, we blackened the gym, darken it, put a spotlight on them, call them out. Great music in the background, just gives this whole game a nice feel.
I tell you what, makes them feel good about their accomplishments. Looks like the 1A girls are going to start off with Ashley Osborne. Number 30 is Jocelyn Cook Cox. Sarah Dugan. Number 20 is Alexis Higginbotham from Zilla. And number 2 is, who's number 2? Megan Choate from Montesano. Interesting starting lineup. And then the other team is going to be starting off with the Eaton twins. Kiana Parker. Sarah Dugan with the tip. Ball goes out to Megan Choate. So I haven't seen Montesano play much. Tell me about what you know about them.
Really good squad. The 1A team is coached by the Montesano coach today. Fabulous record the last 2 years. I think they went 23-1 in their league in the last this year. This kind of game, Scott. It's mostly about up and down the floor. The refs let the girls go for the most part. So you're going to see You're not going to see a lot of fouls called. You'll see a lot of bumping, things let go. It's not a ton of defense because you just don't have a lot of time with the girls from a coaching point of view. So it's mostly about getting up and down the floor. But what I really love about these games, Scott, is you see the girls' basketball IQ.
Yeah, right.
And
Sarah Dugan with launching a three. It's off. Ball comes out to Eaton. She's looking up. She sees number 5, and that is Olivia Williams.
They're a perfect example, Scott. In a regular game, that would have been an and one.
Yeah.
But
they're not going to play today. I noticed that the first game. The first game, they actually called a foul 3 seconds in. I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be a long game. And they kind of let them loosen up. Eaton with another one. She out to Eaton. I call him right-handed, left-handed Eaton, and the righty is actually the sharpshooter.
And Scott, we have, and I'm just so excited to be calling this game with you today. We have, 4 Division I girls on the floor?
Yes.
A couple girls playing Division II, a couple girls playing Division I in other sports like softball.
Yep.
So a high level of athleticism. It was funny to talk to some of the girls beforehand. They were nervous about this game, right? There's nothing on the line,
right.
But you're playing with other girls who are good, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking. So, here we are. We're almost 2 minutes in, and it's only a 2-0 game.
Yeah, I know. And I looked down on the 1A bench, and there's probably some strategy. You get Savannah Hansen down there. You get Brianna Nishka on the bench. So they got some good firepower down there. Savannah Hunter as well. It looks like they're all trying to loosen up a little bit. Sarah Dugan's going to Biola University down in LA. Ball goes down Sarah. Nice turn and face, Sarah Dugan. There's 2. When Sarah does that, her game goes well. Here comes the Eaton twin. Nice pass over to Parker. She's off. Ball comes out. Number 2 is Choate. She's going to bring it down. Corral the ball on the sideline. She sees Ashley Osborne in the corner. Ashley Osborne loves to get down court. Passes off the mark. Parker corrals it down to Eaton. She's pushing it up. Number 21 in the game for... I'm sorry, who's number 1? Number 1 is Lexi Carpenter. Okay. And there's a charge on number 30. That's Cook Cox. So Cook Cox picks up the first. So Brian, we're starting out kind of slow here. The 1B and the 2B girls were shooting threes like they were going out of style. I mean, it was actually pretty impressive. I was really impressed actually over last. I'm not sure if you saw last year, Brian, but the talent level in 1B and 2B really is a lot better this year.
Well, and I think, Scott, one of the things that has happened is, Dan Taylor, who's the coach here at Kings, along with the Basketball Coaches Association here in Washington State, has kind of taken this over.
Yeah.
And they're working super hard to improve the quality of play, to improve the importance of this game. Just little things like being able to stream it here. We sure thank, again, we mentioned the Snohomish Times for coming out and providing us a real fantastic live quality feed. Things like spotlights, behind the scenes. There's a ton going on where the girls are celebrated, and so now what you have is a whole stream of kids who, when they're selected for this game, they actually want to show up and come to the game and be part of it. And so that's why you're seeing, from 1B all the way through to 4A, you're seeing really good girls show up and play. And that was the quality of the 1B 2B game today. It was fantastic.
That's Courtney Cox, and she's a nice athlete. It's hard to believe she's only 5'8". Nice ups, nice left, leads with her elbow. Really makes it awkward to block her shot. Eaton goes out, kicks it over to Eaton. Right-hander goes up and it's off. Sarah Dugan with another rebound.
Yeah, Scott, I think, for a lot of the folks who are watching today, part of our job is just to tell folks out there about these girls that we know something about. We saw a lot of them at state in the 1A, 2A level. Courtney Cox was, for somebody who's 5'9", plays down in the post. In the semifinal game, she hit 29 points.
Wow.
Really took her Lakeside team and led it over Zilla to get into the final. And then I think against Kings just kind of ran out of gas a little bit, and then Kings just threw a whole platoon of players at her. So for folks who aren't familiar, just a fantastic player. And you're gonna hear us talk about a lot of the girls in 2A the same way as we give you some little insights into some of these kids.
Courtney Cox is there's a bank 3 by number 6. I guess the bank is open today, and that's Amanda Lance from White River. One thing I'll say about Courtney Cox is she scores most of her points against girls bigger than her. And Kings kind of threw the same size girl at her, but faster.
Yep.
And so that kind of threw her game off. But against Sarah Dugan, 6'4", she certainly had her way. And I think she's used to playing big girls. And so I think when she's looking eye to eye with somebody that's a little bit faster, it kind of threw her game off. But she's a nice talent. Ball comes out to Savannah Hansen. She's going to stop and pop. It's off. So we got Savannah Hansen in the game, Savannah Hunter, Emily Yost, Brianna Kishna, and number 3 is Miranda Flotch.
Yeah, and you just saw an example of coaching style in this game. Coaches will either choose to substitute sort of, one or two at a time, or they'll platoon. And what you saw the 1A coaches doing was platooning everybody after playing 5 minutes. So the goal is to get every girl kind of playing about half the game, having a good time, and then letting them just sort of showcase their ability, but to get out there with a bunch of girls who they've competed with over the years and now have a chance just to play with.
Yeah.
Savannah Hansen at the top of the key with the ball and dishing it off.
She brings out the Flotch. She goes into Savannah Hunter. She's a nice athletic girl. She's going to go to Northwest University. Ball comes off that's Amanda Lance. She kicks it out to Eaton. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Eaton. Into the game is Ashley Coons, the third scorer of that Mark Morris team.
Yeah, and Scott, that Mark Morris team with the 2 Eaton twins and then with Ashley Coons, those 3 girls averaged 43 points, 45 points a game, and led the bulk of the scoring. It's obvious why Mark Morris won the state championship this year. Those 3 girls just answered the bell every single time. We were able to watch their games out of the corner of their eye at state, and they were just very, very good.
Ball comes into Brianne. She's a shooter. She's going to Fresno State. She's off. And Zakara Rice, I keep looking for her. She's number 9. I'm not used to seeing number 9 on these jerseys, so it's kind of throwing me off.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt here, but can you guys validate the 1A, 2A, what the colors are?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. So 2A is in the whites, folks. 1A All-Stars are in. I'm sorry. 1A All-Stars are in the white. 2A All-Stars are blue. It's 11-4. 2A All-Stars on top right now.
That's what I was curious about because I've got the scoreboard backwards.
Yeah.
And Scott, speaking of uniform colors, one of the folks that we have to thank here as part of today's activities is Cloud9 Sports and Roger DeBoer.
Yeah.
Roger supplies all the uniforms for the girls today. He's a big supplier to teams in the state of Washington of uniforms.
Emily Ost for 2. Yeah, Roger's did a good job of supporting this program the last couple of years. I know last year for sure. I'm not sure the year before because it was somewhere else, but this is a great venue for Roger, and he does a good job. And a long 3 is by Amanda. Ball comes out. Savannah Hansen's battling. Number 15 in the game is Rebecca Bow from North Kitsap. Foul's going to be on number 3. That is Miranda Flotch.
So game's still a little bit ragged, Scott.
Yeah.
13-6, but both squads kind of getting a chance to play a little bit, sort of realizing where everybody likes to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Nice turnaround and dive by Zakiri.
Yeah, right. Emily O, she's a big time scorer. She led the Whatcom League in shooting, and she can flat out score.
Well, and this is the kind of game, if you're a shooter, you love this because basically every shooter here today gets the green light to pop if they're open even for a half second.
One thing I've noticed in the first couple of times down, and Rice jumps at everything, and Emily just gives her a couple of fakes. That's going to be a tough matchup for Savannah Hunter. She's 6 feet tall, giving up a couple inches to a very athletic Rice, who's going to Gonzaga.
Yeah, I think if she gets caught in the low post like that, she should try just fronting the post and make them lob it over the top of her, see if they can actually do that. Because, boy, you get Rice down in the low post, she's got a bunch of moves.
And she elevates. She's up for her first. Looks good. 16-6 here in the first half. 12:05 left, and the 1A All-Stars are still trying to find their rhythm. 12:05 left, like I said. Rice is up at the line.
Scott, you've traveled through a lot of the AAU circles in the off season out of the high school. Tell me a little bit about the Eatons, and they're going to UC Davis.
Yep.
From the coaches that you know that have been looking at all these girls, what are they looking for in the two Eaton girls as they head off to college career?
So they're identical twins, and they made it very clear from the get-go that they want to stay together, which most twins do. And Savannah Hansen gets the rebound. She's out and running. Little looking for Brianna. That wasn't there. I think we've seen 1A is starting to force a little bit here, but they're righty and lefty kind of bookends, and UC Davis took a chance on them, and they're I would say that their biggest deal is that they have great vision on the court, great passers. The right-handed sister, which I believe is Carly, she's a great shooter. Actually went for 45 points in a game last year.
Wow.
Can just flat out shoot the ball, but they both have great court vision and pretty good on defense. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. We saw the twins from Lake Stevens go down to, I forget the
Pahuka twins. Yep.
Kama'aina Kapahuka, whatever, and they're doing pretty well down there. Lane violation on White. It's 18-6 now, and the 1As just seems to be really flat so far. Nobody's making shots, turnovers, and Rice hits her second one. It's 19-6. Van Hansen comes up with it. Yep. Foul's going to be on 15, and that is Rebecca Bow from North Kitsap. She's trying to guard Savannah Hansen from going to the hole. Ball goes up top to Emily Yost. Savannah Hansen, she's looking to push it up. Rebecca Bow with her second foul. It's going to be a hard. Rebecca is 5'9", Savannah's 6 feet tall, so she's going to go in and try to use some of that. It's 19-6, so they need some points here.
Well, I think the 1A squad is a little bit outsized. They had a couple girls who weren't able to make it. We have a lot of girls who come from all over the state for these games, and sometimes a lot of these girls are multi-sport athletes, so they're off playing softball or something. And so 1A is a little bit outsized today. But Scott, in a lot of these games, what you see is you get down toward the end of the game, the talent level on both squads is good enough that you'll sometimes just see the score kind of collapse and get a little bit tighter. So I kind of expect that. Certainly 2A seems to have a little bit of the edge, but we'll see how it goes.
Ashley Coons with the three. They're actually playing with three alternates, the 1A squad is, so that's not the, because I looked over there before the game. I said, Dan, who would pick these teams? Because I don't recognize any of these girls. He goes, that's because we have three alternates. Brianna here comes Savannah Hunter. She's in the game. Boy, Rice gets up, doesn't she?
She's going to be
Brian, you're
pretty good.
You're 6'4", I'm 6'5", and she would tower over you and I.
Yeah, not
Ball's
exactly.
off. Here comes Savannah Hansen. She's looking up.
I hate to say it, but I think that she would out-jump us too.
Nice tap. Savannah Hansen takes it to the hoop, splits the defenders, and Ashley Coons has a problem with the gear. 22-9, so it looks like they're starting to get a little bit better rhythm. These all-star games are tough though, because just when you start getting rhythm, here comes the subs. And as I say that, the 2A does the full-scale sub, and if it's anything like the 1A and what I saw last year, they'll do the wholesale sub first half, and then kind of wind it down a little bit in the second half, make sure everybody gets equal time. 1A looks like they're going on about every 5-minute clockwork, and here comes 2A, and here comes 1A. Savannah Hansen with a strip. It comes out. Right. She just takes it in. Nice job, Savannah Hansen. Over to Eaton girl. So you have to like the Eatons. Parker goes in. She's tough. That's both the big girls from the 2A squad are going to be a tough draw. But the Eaton girls, their sophomore year, they won the state title. Second year, their junior year, they took runner-up, and then this year they won state title again. That's not a bad career.
I think you walk away from that experience going, I had a pretty good high school experience.
It could have been a little better, but not much.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost to a really tough WF West team with Nike McClure, who's at Wazoo now, and who was just loaded at the big.
You know, Scott, last year when we had the game here, one of the highlights of the day was McClure went in. She got a steal with about 4 seconds to go. She came down and she had a near one-handed dunk.
Yeah.
It actually went off the back of the rim, but she had her hand over the front of the rim, and the crowd just went ballistic. I heard she tore her ACL this year at Wazoo.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
So she, it so often happens as you get up to the higher level, just the stress on joints. But I think she redshirted this year, medical redshirt, and so we expect to see her playing again next year.
Nice.
And Wazoo had a good run this year. They got into the NCAA, or just short of the tournament. Played WNIT. Great move.
Nice move by Parker, Tennessee State recruit. Yeah, they actually Wazoo kind of flamed out though at the end. They lost to Eastern at home, and that was a nice game for Eastern. Here comes Courtney Cox, left-hand set shot, nice shot. She's you know what? It's a one-handed shot, but it's really nice.
Well,
it's a nice backspin on it, and that's the way you got to shoot it. She must have big hands.
When we watched her at State, it was hard initially to figure out whether she was left or right-handed because she's adept actually, particularly inside of 10 feet with the right hand as well. So just a really fine player.
She's got long arms, she can jump, and I think she's got big hands. I think she's one of those girls, Brian, that just for some reason didn't grow like she was supposed to, right?
Well, and if I was a coach here in Washington State, I would, it was at kind of that Division III level, Northwest, places like that. I would be doing everything I could to kind of recruit her. Oh, boy. Do you think those kids play together, Scott?
That's the Eaton to Eaton, and it's been done a few times, Brian.
Behind the back, in transition. Here you go. Here you go, sis.
Ball comes out to Dugan. She looks up. It's not there. I'm not sure. She throws a floater. It gets partially blocked. Here comes... Number one is for the 2A is Lexi Carpenter from East Valley. She misses the left-hand lay-in. Number 5 also in the game is Olivia Williams.
One thing I appreciate about the Eaton girls today is they're wearing different colored headbands.
Yeah.
It was really hard to tell them apart at State. This makes it a little easier today.
They're really nice kids. We played against them in Hoop Fest, and they're really nice kids. Savannah and Daly really enjoyed them, and they got a nice little friendship on the side. So it's good to see them doing well. Scott, that's what I love about this game. Yep.
In a normal game, that ref would have blown the whistle
Yep.
because it looked like a hard swing. In this game, hey, we're letting it go. Just get out there and play ball.
Another rebound, Dugan. She's going to kick it out to Choate. And
there's Kuhn for 3.
There we go. She's doing everything right now, folks.
She loves that spot on the floor.
And they need every bit. They cut the lead to 10, 28 to 18. And Eaton tries to come back, do the same thing. She's off with it. Ball comes out to number 20, Alexis Hegenbotham. She's from Zilla. Out to Ashley Osborne. She's looking to go inside.
Zilla had a great tournament this year.
I tell you what,
for a very, very young team.
That's a nice move.
Their coaches are super excited about the next couple of years because they had a lot of...
Who's this?
Zilla.
Okay.
They had a lot of sophomores and juniors playing, even some freshmen. So
okay, great.
They think they're well positioned for the next few years in 1A.
That's a walk.
We don't call walks at this game.
I know. This is almost like the NBA All-Stars,
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't call fouls, don't call walks. Lefty Eaton, number 21, goes off. That's Carly, so I have to remember that. Carly Eaton's a lefty. Courtney Eaton's a righty. Okay, Carly. Okay, I got that. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna test you throughout the game here.
Courtney Cox in. She stops and pops.
Oh, good read, good anticipation. But look at her. She comes right back again.
Here comes Eaton. Here comes another no look. Yep, another behind.
Yeah.
30 to 18.
You could see that setup from about the 3-point line. That you knew that ball was going behind the back to her sister.
It was the unnoticed wink. That's kind of a lunge by number 2. I'm not sure what that was. That was Megan Choate from Montesano. Yep.
And it's turned into the Alexander show.
Yeah.
That's back-to-back hoops in transition right there. Both girls knowing exactly what they're going to do, give and go.
Courtney Cox, she takes another 3. It's off. Kicks it back out to Higginbotham. She hits a 3.
There we go. That's the shot she was looking for. Boy, the pace, Scott, is just up and down.
Yeah. I see some girls, they haven't played for a couple weeks. I see some girls out there that seem to be a little bit winded, and just like that, here comes the Full Sail sub.
Wow, that state tournament is just so intense.
Yes.
You're at the end of a long season of districts, regionals, and then into state, and so the girls are kind of banged up, and I think a lot of them do take some time off. It doesn't take long to kind of get a little bit out of shape after 2 or 3 weeks.
They're looking tired right now. Yeah, girls kind of walking with their heads down, and they're just you go from 3 games in 3 days to playing no basketball for 2 weeks, and if you're lucky, you get out and shoot a little bit, a couple days, because you get the state tournament coming up. But other than that, I'm pretty sure they don't have their legs.
Yeah, I think if you're Sarah, if you're the 1/8 team, I like the squad that just went out. I would like to see them get Sarah Dugan a few more touches.
Yes.
She's big enough to be able to play in the post with the 2A girls. Unfortunately, in this kind of game, it's just you're not always well suited to a big post because people are just running and flying and gunning. But again, it's got to come back to the recognition, and the basketball IQ on the floor is very, very high. These girls get an hour to practice together before they come out for the game.
So I just heard over the loudspeaker, because John Parker is on, not to call anybody out, but John Parker is the new guy on the clock. He's not running it, but Savannah Hunter just picked up her 4th foul. And you're talking about Sarah Dugan. They heard you. Here she comes to check in. Savannah Hansen's going to rush it in. Here comes Emily Yost. She hits a 2. She can flat out shoot the ball. She squares up. It's going to go down. And the nicest kid, she's one of 9 kids, I believe, Ryan.
Wow.
One of 9. Family's just a great family. That's number 6. Who barrels down there, Amanda Lance from White River. I think Amanda's going to be going to Western, I believe. Yes, Western Washington. Savannah Hansen stops and pops. It's off. Oh, nice job. Not sure where that was going, folks. Oh, nice kick over back to Emily Yost. She'll spot up again. She'll hit that. And looks like Rice got kind of shook up on the play, huh?
A little bit of a bang somewhere.
She's smiling.
Yeah.
You can't be unhappy with blue hair.
No.
I think that's a rule, Brian.
I think, first of all, they must have notified the girls in advance that they were wearing blue. Because if you were wearing blue hair with a white uniform, you'd be clashing a little bit. So I like the blue hair with the blue uniform.
She's a really nice girl. We played her this summer, and if you force her out of the block, she had a hard time hitting about a 12-footer. And she kind of picked up on that and said, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to drive by you and try to dunk it. And she looked like she was up high enough to dunk it a couple of times, but really engaging. We'll sit there and talk with anybody stopping by. Just a good kid.
You said she's going to Tennessee State?
No, Rice is going to be going to Gonzaga.
Oh, wow.
Kiana Parker, who just took her place, number 2, she's going to Tennessee State.
Okay.
And she's also very athletic. WF West placed the Kings over the Christmas holiday, and Savannah Hansen said, "I've never been blocked so many times in my life. I think I better start doing some pump fakes, Dad." And as here goes Savannah's Gardner now, trying to say, "Okay, I'm a point guard. Why am I down here?"
Yeah. This is an all-state game. We're supposed to be running
and she
gunning.
attacks it, folks. They called traveling. Not sure how that was.
On that one, she needed to stop and pop.
Yeah, I think so. We're trying to get her to do that a little bit more, especially if you have somebody big. There's no reason to go down there into the forest. But ball goes over to Coons. She kicks it back over. That's number 6. Savannah Hansen's down, doesn't quite get there. Oh, that might be Savannah Hunter's 5th foul.
Scott, I don't know if you recognize one of the referees here tonight is Lindsay Newman. Lindsay played basketball at South Whitby for a number of years.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then was actually an unbelievable tennis player. Played on district, went to Seattle U, graduated, and now is in the referee game. So just, for all of us who are kind of in the game, it's just really, really good to see young women coming back and helping out both on the coaching side as well as in the referee side.
Oh. And Savannah Hunter gets the Emily Yost miss. I thought Emily Yost had a 3-ball. It kind of rimmed out. And Savannah Hunter, I thought she only has 4 fouls. The thing I like about Lindsay as a referee is she's a very even-keeled mood. You can chew her up once, and her mood does not change. Savannah Hunter with the make. It's 41-25. It might be 26, but.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on Emily Yost. Averaged a double-double this season, almost 20 points a game up there for
Savannah Hansen crashing the boards. Kicks it back to Emily Yost. Back over to Savannah Hansen, maybe. They call it jump ball. It's going to stay over here with the 1A team. Nice hustle, Savannah Hansen.
And then Emily also averaged 14.6 rebounds per game, so just a solid year for her.
Savannah Hunter goes in, kicks over to Bree. She'll hit that. Once she gets going, average 21 points a game over at Kashmir. If they get her going, folks, it could be a close game. That's the thing about these All-Star games. The first game, there's 20 points down to 6. Up to the teams score in bunches, and it's never over till the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And here comes Eden. She's down. That's right. That's Coons. She kicks it over to Taylor Davidic, who is a Blaine graduate. Kiana Parker with the up and under Kevin McHale shot. And here comes Brianne. She has that look in her eye.
Yep.
It's up and in.
She gets it.
There you go. Took Taylor Davidic to the hole.
Scott, Taylor might be one of the more unheralded players here today. We played her last year in 1A. Blaine moved back up to 2A.
Yep.
There may not be anybody here who has hops as good as hers for her size. She was the state high school champion, and then smart too. She's headed off to MIT.
Is she?
To play both basketball and to do track. So,
well, there you go,
folks. Brains and talent, because not everybody gets into MIT.
Why do you want to go to MIT when you can go play basketball like at Western? Huh?
Yeah. I think because she read the stats and said the average rate of return for MIT grads over the course of their careers is like $2 million or something.
Ashley Coons hits it. Savannah Hansen stops and pops from 3. It's good. Nice screen up top by Savannah Hunter. Now we got 45-34. We got a score, folks. 2:40 left. This rotation seems to be a better scoring rotation, at least in this half. Ball kicks over to Coons. She's like, I go between the legs. I want to go back over to Amanda Williams. She kicks it out over to Taylor Davidic. And number 15 for a 3 is Rebecca Bow for 3. And
Scott, it's just the difference when you get 10 girls on the floor who are all-stars versus the high school games that we often see. I mean, that ball just now moved inside out and across the court to the open player who had a wide open 3.
Yeah. I'd like to see her try to get that's a good post up right there. I'd like to see them get Bree Kishna involved just a little bit more. She's hit a couple shots. You've managed to get Savannah and Emily Yost on track, but it'd definitely be nice to get Bree. Here she is, and she'll hit that too if she's open. Had a rough shooting night against Kings, but she was face guarded and had to work for every shot she had. 150 left in the first half. Taylor Davidic, she's improved that shot. Brian, two years ago, Taylor was mostly a post-up, a 4-5, and hit everything within 14 feet. I mean, she wasn't missing anything, and I've seen her extend that range out to that 3. So MIT's getting a good player. There's no doubt about it.
She's fantastically athletic, and as you say, it's been fun for us as we've known these girls, seen these girls for so long, and to see their games
Nice
develop.
step through by Bree. Vidivic has scored a couple, but she's also given up a couple on Bree. 51-36, still pretty evenly matched. Savannah Hansen with the block. Here comes Bree. Hit the lane, Savannah. And Bree says, I'll find you. There you are. Over to Savannah Hunter. She loses the ball. Kind of cuts in front of Emily Yost at the very last. 1:07 left, 51-46. 2A's up. Coons is a wide open 3. It's off the mark. But there's number 6, Amanda Lance. She kicks it over to the other Eden. Nice job, Emily Yost. I love Emily Yost. Just 5'10". I always wish she'd just been 4 inches taller. She'd be with her playing, her shot.
She'd be Division I, kind of almost wherever she wanted to go. Yeah.
Tell you what, Savannah Hansen baseline shot. That's a hard. If a 6-footer coming sliding like that's going to be hard to defend. Here comes Davidic. She'll hit that all night long.
Her. I mean, we talked about her hops. Yes. Her high school state high jump. I mean,
she caught that ball in one motion
Yes.
and was in the air already. Just a fabulous, fabulous athlete.
Savannah Hansen, she'll stop and take a three. It's good. She's starting to get on track.
And she's in a rhythm right now.
Yeah, 53-41, 9 seconds left. If you can make a stop here, that's good. Ashley Coons, she's not if I have something to say about it. And she doesn't get the foul. She's not happy about that. 53-41, Brian, what do you think? I mean, it looks like 1A starting to get on track a little bit.
Well, this is a perfect example of what the All-Star game is about, which is, for the most part, the refs are going to control the whistle. They're not going to blow it a lot, and it's going to be an up and down game. And I mentioned it before. It's when you get a chance for girls with high basketball IQ to really shine.
Yes.
And that's exactly what happens, because everything is in motion and movement, and you got to be looking to get yourself open. You're cutting all the time.
The 1A
it's fun
State
to watch.
Player of the Year was Savannah Hansen of Kings High School. Coach Dan Taylor of Kings High School shares, Savannah is not only a remarkable athlete, she's also a wonderful human being. She's a multi-talented individual that can sing, play instruments, publicly speak, and play hoops. She is one of the top athletes that I've ever coached, and she has grown exponentially each year in her leadership on and off the court. Her work ethic and passion for the game has made her an exceptional player, which has helped her lead the team win the 1A state championship title. She will rank as one of the top athletes to come out of Kings and will do great things at the next level. Please congratulate our 1A state player of the year, Savannah Hansen. Our 1A state coach of the year is Jeff Peets. Coach Peets coaches at Lakeside and 9 Mile Falls. This season, Coach Peets' Lakeside 9 Mile Falls Eagles finished 24-2 and were the 1A tournament runner-up. His overall record is 160-73 in his 9 years coaching at Lakeside. His team won the league championship the past 3 seasons. He has been voted the NEA League Coach of the Year in 09, 010, 2012, 2013, 2013, and 2014 and 2015. He has been voted the NEA League. He has also been named the NEA AD of the Year 2011, 2012, 2013. Currently, he is the athletic director at Lakeside and has been since 2010. He has also taught and coached at Seattle Prep from 1996 to 2006, and at Lakeside he has taught from 2006 to 2010. He was also an athletic director at Seattle Prep from 2003-2006. Please congratulate Jeff Peets, our 2015 1A Coach of the Year. His players had this to say about him. Coach Pete has always held high expectations of his program. From the beginning of my high school career, he always reminded us that it's a privilege to play the game of basketball, not a right. He has forever focused on the aspect of team and family, and that loving one another and the willingness to do anything for each other is truly what set our program apart from the rest. Coach Pete, throughout the season, saw us not only for what we were, but for what we could become. He taught us to do the little things right and to be fundamentally sound and to never be content and to always fight and compete for each possession. Above all, Coach Pete brings to his program this passion and dedication that spilled over to each and every one of us within the Lakeside girls basketball program. Thanks, Coach Peets, as shared by Jocelyn Cook-Cox, one of our senior 1A state players. Our 2A state players of the year, we have 2 of them. They are sisters, Carly and Courtney Eaton. Coach Steve Rookledge of Mark Morris states, Courtney Eaton is the epitome of what a high school student athlete should be and plays the point guard position exactly the way every coach would want. In her 4-year career at Mark Morris, Courtney has broken nearly every record in our school's record books. This past season, as a senior, Courtney averaged 19.6 points, 6.6 rebounds, 7.2 assists, and 4 steals per game as she led our team to the state championship for the second time in 3 seasons. In 4 years as a starter, the teams she has played on have an overall average of 92-13, won 4 league titles, 3 district titles, and 2 state titles. Courtney has been Conference Player of the Year 4 consecutive years. She has been a State Player of the Year, All-State, a wonderful leader, teammate, worker, and person. Courtney's toughness, character, and leadership is unparalleled. Coach Rookledge highlights about Carly Eaton. Carly Eaton is a consummate player who will do whatever it takes to lead her team to victory. Though Carly is a guard, she plays her senior position as a post due to the fact that she was our only viable option to play there. In doing so, she had to adjust her game and recreate how she plays, and did it without missing a beat. Because of this adjustment, she led our team to our second state title in 3 years. Carly fills the stat sheet every night while playing. This past season, she averaged 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals per game. Carly has set several school records in her 4 years as a starter and has won numerous awards, including Conference Player of the Year and All-State. Carly has a penchant for making key plays and big shots in crucial games and situations. She is loved and appreciated by her teammates for her toughness, character, personality, and leadership. There is no player around who did as much unselfishly as Carly did for our team this postseason. Courtney and Carly have meant everything to our team. Prior to their careers at Mark Morris, our school had never won a trophy at state. They are Mark Morris girls basketball. Our 2A Coach of the Year is Steve Rookledge of Mark Morris. Steve Rookledge is in his 20th year teaching high school language arts classes and coaching a variety of sports. Steve just completed his 5th year as head girls basketball coach at the 2A Mark Morris Monarchs from Longview, Washington. Steve has coached several different sports in his career, including being a head varsity football coach for 9 years, a head varsity fast pitch coach for 4 years, an assistant football coach, an assistant baseball coach, an assistant basketball coach, and an assistant girls basketball coach. Steve has been blessed as a head varsity coach to have 5 different teams he has coached playing state championship games with 3 winning titles. Steve feels blessed and lucky to have coached the Mark Morris Monarchs in the past 5 seasons, and is infinitely proud of what his teams have accomplished, how they practice, and how they treat each other. I have coached an exceptional group of players that have been winners in all respects. His overall record as the Mark Morris girls head basketball coach the past 5 seasons is 107-70. The Monarchs of Mark Morris won this year's 2A title and finished with a record of 25-2. Let's congratulate the 2A State Coach of the Year, Steve Rookledge. All-State player Courtney Eaton had this to say about him. We are so fortunate to have been coached by Coach Rookledge in the past 4 years. Nobody deserves this award more than he does. His dedication to our program is unmatched. Coach Rook will do anything and everything to help his players be successful. He takes so much time away from his family to help make us better. He knows what his players are capable of, and he pushes us to be the best we can be on and off the court. A huge reason for our success is the way he unites us as a team and makes sure we all have a team-first mentality. He's always thinking of ways to make our team chemistry and make us closer as a team, and that's what has always showed on the court. We are so lucky to have a coach like Rookledge, and he goes above and beyond what most high school coaches do. I think I'm speaking for every girl he's ever coached when I say he's not only made us better players, but he made us better people, and we are thankful for that. Please congratulate Coach Steve Rookledge, the 2A Coach of the Year.
Kingma, NBA 3 ball. He just absolutely drains that one.
Second half of the 1A, 2A state basketball championships. Looks like the 1A Stars are going to come out with a different starting lineup, mix it up a little bit. Brian, you went to the All-State boys game. Tell me how that looked.
You know, Scott, it's so much fun to be at this game.
Beating with the three.
You know, by comparison to the boys game. The boys game is a no defense, maybe one pass, instantly to a shot.
Yes.
And, you know, the girls...
Savannah Hunter with the 2.
The girls might be the better sex, Scott, because they're way more willing to share the ball at an event like this. And so you actually see, I would say, better basketball. You see a lot of athleticism at the boys' side, but you see better basketball at this event.
Savannah Hansen hands off to Bree. Just kind of, that's a 3. They smile at each other. They're having a good time. Bree's a nice girl.
Scott, in the first 40 seconds, we've seen 2 threes and a 2.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of scoring, despite what I said. These girls can all play. Oh, I think our shot clock guys may have missed it.
Set timer.
We got Scott playing double duty here, not only doing play-by-play, but he's also helping the guys who are doing the 30-second clock.
It's a volunteer crew. Everybody except the AV guy here with the cameras is volunteer, and the rest of us are just along for the ride. Blocking foul on Ashley Coons. You know, the thing, talk about the boys All-Star games. I can think of very little that I would rather that I would try to avoid more than boys All-Star games. You watch that McDonald All-Americans, it's just absolutely, I get the ball, I'm shooting it, or I'm going to dunk it. Savannah Hansen goes, she's flat on that shot.
Yep. I think I'd rather watch 5-pin bowling, Scott.
Oh my.
And I can say that as the token Canadian here because we have 5-pin bowling north of the border.
Is that only for small schools, Brian?
Yeah, small schools and small hands. Gotta have small hands for that one.
That school is so small they use 5 pins.
That's right.
Savannah Hansen, she's looking down low. She's thinking about over the top. Back to Emily Yost into Savannah Hunter. That's a good matchup. Savannah Hunter can't quite get it to go down. She's padding her offensive board stats. Nice job.
She had 2 offensive boards.
Moses Malone.
Yeah.
61-48. 2A still up. And Savannah Hunter is in a bad situation now with Rice. Do not foul. Nice job.
Boy,
Nice
I like Rice's game a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Man, she's going to be, as she continues to grow into her body and plays at the next level.
Savannah Hansen goes
she's
up
going to
and
be tough.
Rice says, I don't think so. She just
She read the rule book about All-Star games, which is
no easy shots.
No easy shots in the lane. Here we go. Yeah.
I'm not sure how that wasn't a shooting shot, but that's okay. Some things don't change with referees, eh? Here comes, nice job inside. Ooh. That's Bree. She'd like to have that one back.
Oh, look at that one-touch
pass.
pass.
I love that. Yeah, that's a good call.
And they're going to give it to her. Fabulous.
Like I said, the Twins just make other people better with their vision. If you had to ask me what they need to work on at the next level, I'd probably say on-ball defense. But when they're on offense, all the girls have their eyes open because the ball could be coming. Yeah. And that's something fun to play with.
Yeah, having seen, got to see their game at state, got to see their game today. You can just tell they're going to be just fine at the next level.
63-48, now 2A's up. Savannah Hansen goes in, over to Savannah Hunter. They're really working on that isolation there. Out to Bree Kishna, over to Savannah.
I'd like to see Bree get it.
Nice job.
Great.
Nice passing in. Savannah Hansen and Bree starting to do a little bit. And, if you had to say one thing that Miss Rice can work on is a little bit of her fundamentals. She's very raw.
Yeah.
you want to step all the way over the inbounds line when you do that.
Well, and I think as athletic as she is, her defense at the next level is going to have to be more solid in terms of keeping the player squarely in front of her. She's able at this level to kind of get away with, hey, I can block almost every shot.
And his Rice for 18-footer, that looks good.
Yeah.
Off to Savannah. But I tell you, Rice is just kind of around. Emily Yo says, hey, if you're going to play around over there, I'm going to take the 2. Savannah Hunter, it could have been a double dribble. Savannah Hunter looks at a 3. She goes ahead and takes it, and
I don't think I've ever seen that in a game before. That is classic. What do? Do you give it to her, or do you? I give her the 3. It's an all-star game. Come on, give her the 3.
It's a 3 ball. You got to give it to him.
It's worth 3. Let's go. It's good. Give it 3. It's good. There we go. It's good. No, I don't think she's going to get that 3-pointer, but that was sure fun.
64-50, and in comes the wholesale sub. Look, how soft was your shot? Your shot was so soft it just stayed up there.
I thought maybe that was going to be, she was going to say, hey, this is my gym. I know what the rims are like. I deserve that 3.
Courtney Cox in there. She dishes out to Ashley Osborne. She gets a piece on that. Watch out, here comes Coons. She looks up, she'll stop and pop. She'll hit that.
Just almost automatic.
She can flat out shoot the ball. She's a scorer. Some people are shooters, but folks, she's better than that. She's a scorer. 66-50 now. 1A is going to have to, with this new rotation, they're going to have to be careful. Courtney Cox gets a piece on that one. Shoots it a little bit low with somebody in her face, so that's going to be a problem. Ball comes back out. There's Ashley Coons again. She said, hey, why not? Leaves her hand hanging like she's meant to.
Well, a good recognition there. I'm going to penetrate. I'm going to turn around because I know one of the Coons sisters is going to be sitting out there. I love Sarah. Sarah, I think, realized here in the second half or the first half that she wasn't going to get the ball down the post all game long. And so I was like, hey, why not? I'll go shoot a 3. Banked it in. Kind of laughed as she went back down the court, but that's kind of what these games are like. You need to be willing to shoot the ball if you're open, even if you're outside.
Alexis Higginbotham with the foul. The 2A squad does a wholesale sub. Here comes Kiana Carter, Vidivic, I should say, not McDivitt, but Vidivic. Number 5 is Olivia Williams from Olympic. Number 1 is Lexi Carpenter. Lexi is from East Valley. 5'10" senior. 68-53. Ball goes over to Carter. She kicks it back to Lexi. Lexi's out to number 6. That's Amanda Lance. Amanda Lance goes up and under. It's off. Ball's kicked out to number 2, and that's Megan Choate. Megan Choate goes. I'm sorry, she kicked it out. That was Alexis Higginbotham. Takes a forced shot from the baseline. Oh boy,
well, Scott,
kicked out to
I've
Megan
noticed.
Choate. Yes.
I've noticed a few little things. Like I watched a girl come across and screen completely on the other side of the set. Yeah. So even an up and down game like this, where it is an all-state high school all-star game, you see girls at this level looking to free each other up. It's not as we said earlier, it's not a kind of typical boys all-star game where everybody's just popping any chance that they get.
Yeah, no, it's.
Oh, look, even the referees are subbing out. Lindsay Newman goes out, and referee Dan Taylor comes in.
Oh, hope she's feeling okay. Ball goes up at 2A. She's off, and here's Sarah Dugan. She kicks out to Cook Cox. Back to Dugan. She avoids that three. Here's Ashley Osborne. I'd like to get her off with a couple of them. Nice pass inside to Cook Cox. That's a, you keep. If she keeps getting the ball, as we found out, she will draw a foul.
Her body control, we watched her in 3 games at state, is uncanny. Her ability to find seams in the defense and then call for the ball, receive it, and then to turn around and be able to body position into stretch shots, bank shots. She has the whole game when she's down inside.
I would like to see. I'd like to see her at the NAIA level. I bet you she could do some damage there. She's a off-size tweener, but she's so athletic. She makes up for a lot. Ball comes down, but Divitt can't handle it.
Yeah, anywhere for her, anywhere NAIA Division III, she could play.
I think so too. Good. I like her emotional stability too. Doesn't get high or low.
No.
Never knew if she was winning that state title game or losing it.
Yeah.
Looks
very composed. Oh, great.
Great feed from Cook Cox into number 20, and that is Higginbotham.
And Scott, beautiful about that. Higginbotham from Zilla. No dribble, right? All too often in girls high school ball, you see a girl receive the pass like that, and she has to take a dribble just to compose herself.
Nice job, Ashley.
Higginbotham immediately into the hoop, right?
That's actually a hard shot to make. You're slicing, you got somebody on you, and somebody gives you a good pass. There's actually a lot of pressure to hit that. That's probably not a great shot.
Yeah, a little.
Ball goes out of bounds. Yeah,
a little tough to get a smaller guard down on the post like that.
Savannah Hansen's going to give Higginbotham a break from Zilla, and looks like we're going to start seeing the single subs here to try to get some sort of momentum going. It's hard to get momentum and keep momentum, as you know, when there's 5 in, 5 out.
Yeah. And when the pace of the game is just so high, and there's not a lot of emphasis on defense. Nobody wants to get hurt in this game.
I hold my breath when 3 girls dive on the floor like that. I don't know about you.
Especially in a game like this, right? Nobody wants to
Savannah Hansen.
Nobody wants to see a torn ACL.
No, I know.
Frankly, if the ball's on the floor, I'd be telling the girls, don't dive for it, right? Just stay upright. It's an all-star game. Have fun.
Yes.
Don't get injured.
Savannah Hansen's going to be.
I don't want a Division I coach or 2 coach calling me to say, "What did you do in that all-star game?"
The Cox has done a good job keeping Kiana Parker out of the side. Savannah Hansen with the steal. She looks up. There's Sarah Dugan. Is she going to give it to her? Oh, why not? Oh, Sarah Dugan traveled with the ball.
She got just a little bit of a stutter there.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, I'm going to take a moment to give a shout-out to our friends here at the Snohomish Times who are running this whole setup for us. Folks, if you were sitting here at the table, you'd be amazed at how sophisticated it is. It's a lot better than what we do during our season.
This is just like what we do, Ryan. I mean, I asked him where his Apple earbuds were for my mic, and he just looked at me. He was really stunned.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. That would be a little bit of amateur hour. So, great basketball.
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
Nice basket by Savannah Hansen. Gets Kiana Parker up in the air, comes back up and under. I think she's going to Santa Clara. They'll look now, but it's an 11-point lead, folks. Ball comes into Parker.
Oh, they had to call that one.
They're going to call number 20, and number 20 is Higginbotham. And 2A says that's enough. We're going to bring back the twins and Coons and Rice, and see if we can stem this momentum switch. 12:26 left. I don't have to. You know what, Brian? I don't even have to announce the scores or the time. I'm so used to having to do that because I think it's on their screen.
Exactly. That doesn't happen when we do our AV games.
Oh, Savannah Hansen.
Oh, and that was another touch. Should be over and back.
That should be over the.
No, he missed that one. Oh, he's smiling. Even the ref's smiling.
He missed it.
He's like, hey, we're gonna let him play.
He laughed.
Yeah.
Savannah Hansen won it. She didn't think it was that funny. Ball goes in.
Well, the girls are competitive. You and I may be joking around about the fact that it's an all-star game.
Yeah.
And, so the girls should take it a little bit easy. But these are very, very competitive girls.
Yeah, they are.
And they don't like to lose.
And there's Coons with another bucket. She's a basket factory. Here comes Savannah Hansen. She comes down. She's going to size up. There's Dugan. Boy, Dugan, if you can just do that all the time, I'd love you so much.
Yeah.
Sarah Dugan.
No dribble.
No dribble.
Turn around.
And clear space and shoot the ball. That's really nice. Eden comes back and says, that's really nice, Sarah, but how about this? Can you do this?
How many times today, Scott, that's the 4th time today I've seen that little play where one Alexander
nice kick over
to the other
Coons
on
Cox.
behind the back.
And she's off on that. It's long. Savannah Hansen corrals it.
Great body,
Back
body
to
there.
Coons Cox. She's going to take it in. And Rice says, I don't think so. They're going to call a block. Rice is going to have to learn how to stay out of foul trouble because, you can jump out of the moon, but doesn't mean you have good position.
Yeah, well, and that was a perfect example. Like, Kuhn is so smart.
Yeah.
She looks for that, she looks to pull a girl off her feet.
Yeah.
And, Rice is so athletic. As she gets to the next level, the coaches for sure are going to address that and help her to get her defense, square up. So she keeps the girl square, and then she can use her athleticism to be able to defend and swat shots. But the moment you're leading with your athleticism to block that shot, then your body's coming in and you're going to get called.
And here comes a wholesale sub again. 1A's doing a nice job. She's doing a wholesale sub. She's getting lots of people, lots of playing time, mixing it up. A couple of minutes here.
Well, you want everybody to play. These are girls who have played. In some cases, they've been playing since first grade, kindergarten, 12 years. What a great way to go out and to be able to enjoy the end of their senior year.
Rice.
Wow.
I tell you what, that's just sheer athleticism.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about college coaches working. That's over the back. And that's what we're talking about, the rawness. When they get to the next level, I don't think the girls understand how much they're going to be coached, the skill training. I tell Savannah, you're going to feel like you're horrible as a freshman, but you're going to come back better than you've ever been in your life. And I remember because I was a freshman, and I didn't play a lot as a freshman, but I came back and people were like, wow, what happened to you? I got so strong and so sound. I didn't think so. I thought I was horrible as a freshman, but that's just good coaching.
Yeah. And Scott, I'm very fortunate I get to do summer work with Basketball Travelers. They take college teams overseas every August.
Okay.
And so I've taken a couple of both men's and women's NCAA teams overseas. And that's the thing that you notice right away. There are position coaches for everything. They're able to isolate. What girls are doing, help them get better. And
did you see Rice go to the corner and get that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's just so athletic.
The amount of space she covered.
That's your big closing the gap on the full court and almost coming up with a save. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, she's gonna be really, really good. 6'2", hey? Wow, 27 points per game this year.
Wow.
That's an unbelievable year. No wonder. And Gonzaga is a great evaluator for talent. Kelly Graves, who was the coach there, is now down at Oregon.
Yes. Yep.
But his assistant coaches moved up, some of them there, and Gonzaga's been known for being able to recognize talent.
I talked to Zakira Rice at a tournament, and I said, where are you going? I said, well, I'm looking at Wazoo, I'm looking at Gonzaga. I said, well, how are your grades? And she goes, I get about 3.7. Thank you for asking.
3.7.
And I was like, you know what? And here's a kid that actually cares about her grades, right? Yeah. I mean, she's probably how many people come up and say, hey, can you dunk? And she's like, it's so refreshing to have somebody says, how's your grades? Because you and I both know that if you don't have grades, it doesn't matter if you can dunk the ball or not. You're not going to play college ball.
Yeah. And, the girls are wise enough to know that very, very few girls are going to be able to play professionally or overseas, coming out of this level and getting on. And so the opportunity to get a free scholarship with a great education at Division I school where, by the way, Scott, as much as I talked about the coaching being there, the academic support that the athletes have is phenomenal.
Yes.
And so you get a chance to earn a really good degree as an NCAA athlete. And now, by the way, if you're at a power school, you're going to get $20,000 by the end of your 4 years because you're going to be paid $5,000 a year.
There you go. Wow. Little sluggish now on the 1A side. They got a home job on the shot clock by Brad Klein, and that should have been actually a reset. Brad Klein's having a hard time down there.
Wow.
Olivia Williams reaches up and says, Ashley and Megan, I know you didn't mean to do that. Gives her a pat on the butt. Very nice action there.
I love Olivia's build, right? She just bounced off the floor like a pinball. Very, very quick. Super solid.
And where's Olivia? Is Olivia going anywhere? I'm looking at my thing here. Tyler, Olivia Williams. She's undecided.
Well, she could definitely play. Certainly anything Division III, NAIA. She could even have a shot at some Division II schools. So, hopefully hopefully we'll hear before the end of the school year
Because
that
Savannah
she's
Hunter,
found a place to go.
she goes up and doesn't quite get it. It's a tough matchup.
That's a
for
tough.
her.
But very strong take to the basket, right? Absolutely wonderful.
One twin throws to the other out on the
Watch
save.
this.
She's looking
She's
back
looking
for her.
for
She's
her,
looking
yeah.
at her. Oh, the touch pass.
Oh, I love it. Wow, touch.
That's just putting on a show. That's just not fair for the defense.
Yeah. Head up the whole time, both girls.
Well, it was down to about 8. They had the sub, and it's creeping back up. So a coach from the 1A All-Stars, they're going to go back in and try it again. And Savannah Hunter gets a much-needed basket. Good athlete. Missed a lot this year with a concussion.
There's that
goodness.
behind the back, between the legs, whatever. It's one sister knowing that the other sister's trailing all the time, right?
Yeah, it's blood. You can't coach it. Blood is blood.
Yep.
There's a timeout on the 1A now. It's 79-66. I don't need to tell you that because you see it on this fancy screen we got here. We got it feels like we're hooked up like Cairo TV. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt, but how many stinking state championship flags are there out there?
Well, there's 2 more coming, and
that is impressive.
Kings actually was voted in about 5 years ago by Sports Illustrated as the best sports high school in all of Washington.
For
40
all around.
All around. So what was it? 40 something in the last. 40?
Well, I think we're up to 39 state championships
as of last year.
Well, I'm adding in now with these 2.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing about the school is the academic state championships are not far behind.
Yeah.
I think they're in the high 20s now.
Kings has a nice long run of excellence, and a lot of those were for 2A. And then we switched back to 1A here in 2007 or 8, I believe, right?
Yeah. All right, Scott, here we are. We're in the last 8 minutes, and I'm guessing it looks like 1A wants to make a little bit of a run here, see if it can't close the gap before the game is over. Wow, that was a specific set.
Oh, Savannah Hansen just can't quite handle it. They were bringing Brianne Krishna up through the wickets, and then as everybody's paying attention to that, Savannah comes baseline for a post-up isolation. Just couldn't quite handle the hot pass. Ball's thrown out of bounds. She can jump. You can't jump that high, but she still got it.
I gotta say, I've seen a lot of 1A, 2A games. In any other normal game, that ball was going out of bounds with nobody putting a hand on it. The fact that
she's laughing, she's having a good time. She's laughing about it.
The fact that Zakir was able to get her hand on it is a testament to her athleticism.
Here comes once again. We're gonna do isolation.
Yeah, we were looking for the wicket.
Sarah Dugan says, "I like threes. Thank you very much."
Needed more legs. and look,
reset, Brad.
And look who gets the ball.
Brad, reset. Oh, maybe it was maybe that was a air ball. That's why he didn't reset the clock. I was yelling at Brad to reset the shot clock. Ball comes down low, gets in trouble. There's Sarah Dugan for it. Kick it over to Brianna. She's off and running. Stop and pop. Oh, you know what? I think I'll just take it all the way in. Oh, and 1A comes away with not. My goodness!
Ragged now.
Yeah. Nice finish by Coons.
Well, I think 1A is pressing. They were sitting down there on the bench. The coaches were telling them to press, pick the pace up to try and close the gap. They were down by 13-11. Now it's 81-66. So when you get pressing like that against girls on the other side who are this good, they can take advantage of everything.
Van Hansen does an up and under. You know what? The ball just does not want to go through the hoop for Savannah. One time it sticks up on top of the rim, the net says no. I don't think so, Savannah.
I'm hoping. I see Jeff Varnick down there taking pictures. He's kind of the official photographer.
Yeah.
I hope he got a picture of the ball sitting there on the rim on that 3-pointer.
Savannah does that little half hesitation, not a full fake, gets somebody in the air and then goes up. And
great deep shot.
Nice D shot by number 15, and that is Rebecca Bow. Van Hansen kicks over to Brianne. She goes up and under. Nice job, Brianne. Oh, I'd like to see that go on. I can't believe that didn't go down.
Need to be a little bit softer. But a great take.
Savannah and Bria looks like they got a good little connection going out there. Another deep three, and that's by number 6 this time. I tell you what, that Amanda Lance from White River, Western Washington recruit. She's tough. Because there's a walk by Megan Choate.
And, she got into the key and she saw Zakira.
Oh, that's right. That was Alexis Higginbotham.
And I was like, you know what? I don't think I can go up in the air. I'm gonna have to.
Here comes another full cell sub, and Emily Yost, Savannah Hunter, Ashley Osborne, and that's number 3, Miranda Floch. Vidivic's in. She's looking at it. Ball goes over to Rebecca Bow. Rebecca Bow over to Coons. She's looking down for Rice. She's not there. Here's Vidivic. She's going to find Rice, but not before Savannah Hunter playing really strong for 6 feet tall, just really bodying her up nice. Savannah's dad, I believe, was a professional football player, so she's got some body strength to her. And here comes 1A. She's looking at the bench and shoot that Ashley Osborne. That's nothing but net. Oh.
A little bit long.
She's a 3-ball shooter. Ball goes into Savannah Hunter. Now, Rice is just changing shots. That's a hard shot to make. Unless you can get her up in the air and try to draw a foul, it's probably not going to happen. And Coons kind of lunges at a 3. You know you're feeling good when you lunge at a 3 and say, you know what, everything's going in. I'm just gonna do a big push off.
You're up by 19.
You're up by 19, yeah.
You know, you're having fun. She turned around and had a good laugh at herself.
Yeah.
It's all in good
1A
fun.
is down by 19. As I said earlier, 1A has 3 alternates they're playing with, so it's kind of a tough game for them. Ball goes into Ashley Osborne, I should say. Back into Megan Cho. Megan Cho kicks out to Emily Yost. She's looking for somebody. Somebody help me. Nice look over. And there's a miss off to Savannah Hunter. She'll clean it up. 17-point game. That's Amanda Late. Oh my goodness.
Gets her own rebound and back in. I mean,
yeah. I know that there's some post coaches over in Spokane that just can't wait to get their hands on that girl.
Yeah.
I don't see her. She might grow into a 4. Maybe, I don't know. She's going to be an athletic 4. I'm not sure.
I think
Ashley Osborne's off.
You know, I think at that Gonzaga level, boy, I'd want to get her out at kind of the 3 spot.
Yeah.
You know, so if that would be something for her to work on, would be her ball handling and attacking from the wing. There's enough height. There's enough, even with her jumping ability, there's enough height in that conference that she should be better off kind of being in the 3 spot if she could.
Right. Kiana Parker with the basket. Tennessee State. So we got Tiana Parker. We have both the Eaton twins. Savannah Hanson. That's 4 D1s right there, and then a host of D2s. Ashley Osborne comes around screen. She's gonna take a moon shot. That's off. She's laughing. Nice hustle, Emily Yost. Nice double up top. Here comes number 21. That's Eaton.
Well, Scott, you know, both Eaton girls are such good ball handlers.
They are.
And, you know, that was a great little behind-the-back attempted pass. But I'm just really, really impressed. And we saw them from distance at the 1A, 2A. And to see them up close like this, you realize just how good they are.
3:11 left. It'd be nice if I'm 1A to try to get some of my D1 girls back on the court. Maybe not. Savannah Hunter from the baseline, she's off. And
here comes
they listen to me. Here comes the other squad. It's 91-70, barring anything crazy. It looks like 2A is going to walk away with this.
And the Alexanders haven't finished. They haven't quit.
Yep. Kiana Parker's in.
Does our scoreboard go to 100? I think it does.
93-70. It does go to 100. 2:34 left. 1A's got to get a nice shot off. They can't force this one. Got to get a good look in the basket. They haven't scored for a while.
Well, in fairness, we have our 1A has the shortest team out there.
Yeah.
A little bit of height coming back in now.
Yep.
And so we'll just see in the last 2 minutes if they can maybe, they're not going to get the gap down to 10 points or anything. But let's see if you can get it down to 15. Make a couple little runs, get a couple little plays.
Well, because in the Cook Cox looks back. There's a foul on Olivia Williams. That's really not a smart foul. Cook Cox go to the line, stops the clock. Time for 2 shots.
And Scott, we'll see how Cook Cox does here at the free throw line, but I think during the tournament she may have missed 2 free throws or something. She was almost automatic all tournament long over in Yakima.
Yeah, she was 10 for 10 in the state title game. She was really the only scoring punch they had.
Yeah.
She's missed 2 today, so she probably missed 2 more today than she did the whole tournament.
Exactly.
2A comes up, 93-71. 2A is up and over. Here comes Brianna. She sees Savannah, not there. She's gonna kick it over to Cook Cox. She's up and in, nice lefty.
Wow.
Very athletic. She rises and has a nice shot when she gets up there. 93-73, 20-point game, 1:48 left. I don't need to tell you that because you can see it on the screen. That's his old habits. Comes out to Eden.
1A is actually in a 2-3. I didn't notice until just now.
Interesting.
That's probably the first time we've seen the zone all day.
Ball's going to stay with 2A in the jump ball. So at this point, you don't want anybody getting hurt, and you hope the kids had a good time being in the All-State game. Kind of the last chance to showcase in front of a good crowd here in Washington before they all go their separate ways.
Well, Scott, some of these girls are also going down to the Washington-Oregon game, right?
Yep, that's right.
Which is played annually. I think this year, it's down in Oregon, or is it up here?
I think the 3A, 4A girls are. Savannah Hansel will be going with this team. Ball goes corner to Courtney Cox, and that's off, way off. 1:10 left. Out to Eaton. It could have been a walk. Jump ball. Number 1 is Lexi Carpenter, East Valley. East Valley, I'm assuming, is over in...
over in the Yakima.
Yakima area? Okay.
Yeah, great program over there. Great tradition kind of over there.
Savannah Hansen comes up. She's looking for a screen. Pops it over to Sarah Dugan. Back to Cook Cox. She's up and in for 2.
I mean, folks, you've heard us providing superlatives to Courtney Cook Cox. She's just a fabulous athlete. I'd be really curious. I hope I get a couple minutes with her at the end of the game just to ask her what other sports she plays, because I'm sure she's a softball or track athlete. Just a really, really good athlete, and especially against girls who are bigger than her. And her defense right
23
there.
23 seconds left. Nice defense, nice rebound, up and in. Savannah Hansen pops it over for a 3. That's off, and I would have to say that's been the difference here. Is that the difference is 2A's shot a lot more, made a lot more 3s. They've had a much better night. Number 1 goes in. Lex Carpenter gets her shot swatted by Sarah Dugan, and now at 2.4 seconds, I don't think they're going to score again.
There'll be a deep shot here.
Yep, by Eaton. She says, why not? Give me a shot. Not there. So that was fun. 18-point game. 1A was a little short-handed, but they had a lot of fun. And
Scott, that's a highly entertaining 93-75 game, right? That went by so fast.
There are some talented girls out there, I'll tell you what. And this next game should be even better, and we have some professional mic guys coming on out here next.
That's what I've heard. They'll be a lot better than us. We'll have players of the game here announced by the PA guys, so we'll see who's called out. But Scott, for everybody who's watching, it's going to be a good opportunity next year to kind of tune in over the next few years to your TV sets to watch a number of these girls playing Division I and playing on national TV.
Sure, yeah, it'll be fun. I remember last year they had some really good girls out there. It was fun to see them and kind of catch up with them as they went on to college, and especially this next game, there's quite a bit. As you get the bigger the school, the more talent pool you'll have. This next game, we'll probably have about 6 or 7 D1s. We'll switch over to the other mic.
2A player of the game is Sakira Rice from Clover Park.
Yep.
And look at that, she's got the Snohomish Times player of the game. Good to see some love given to the Times. Congratulations to Zakira.
If you're going to wear blue hair, you got to back it up, and she backed it up.
She certainly did today. Thanks a lot to Snohomish Times. Thank you to everybody for watching, and enjoy the next game.
Thank you.